This is the Evenflo Revolve360, particularly the Evenflo Revolve360 Slim model, but it can apply to any of the Revolve360 car seats in the Tesla Model 3, just because they're all going to have pretty much the same profile within the Model 3. In particular, rear facing, it's not going to be a problem. They're all going to fit pretty much the same front to back. And they're a pretty compact car seat front to back, and it's not a problem with that. The issue comes when the headrest on the car seat is raised up past the shell. So when it's raised up into its higher harness slot positions, when you go to rotate it, because the door frame is so short and slopes down so far, we're going to run into problems with the headrest hitting the top of the door frame if the seat is rotated out this way. And then because this is in its most upright position, so when you go to rotate the seat into a forward facing position, it stops because the seat has to be in full recline in order to rotate into the forward facing position. So I'm going to have to do gymnastics in order to rotate it, in order to get back into that recline handle, and then put it into full recline mode in order to rotate it all the way around. At this point, what happens is, because the headrest is above the top of the shell, it runs into the headrest, the head restraint of the Model 3. So as you can see, it stops the seat from rotating, and it pretty much can't go into a locked position in the rotation of the base. So if we try and force it into a locked position on the base, first, it's not going to go very easily, if at all. And what it's going to do is it's going to force the headrest of the car seat into an unnatural position, and it's not going to protect the child in a crash. So that's why the Revolve360 in the full headrest up position is not going to work in the Model 3. Now, if we lower the headrest a little bit lower, it will lock into position just like that, and it works. So it just is not going to work in the Model 3 in higher headrest positions. So that's perfectly acceptable and fine, and that's a-okay to use, but it's just not going to work in higher positions.